Hi guys, welcome back to my Exvius guide. Now I'm gonna review Hayate. Let's take a look at his stats. Like you can see that compared to other 3 stars based attackers, Hayate has decent attack and magic stats. However, his passives are not so good. He gets attack plus 20% and magic plus 30%. He gets both stats because he is a hybrid attacker. But still, it is pretty low. From what I know, hybrid attack takes half stats from attack and half from magic. So let's just say that what you get is kinda same to attack or magic plus 25%, which is low compared to other 3 stars based attackers. So Firion get a lot, and if I remember correctly, Bart gets about 50% on his attack. So definitely low offensive boost. For defensive purpose, he only get health plus 10% and 20% physical damage evasion. He has useful abilities for an exploration. It will reduce encounter rate by 50%. From my experience, this kind of ability stack. I find less enemies when I equip both Diablos and Charm Bangle compared to when I only equip one of them. So I believe having Hayate on your party will reduce the enemy's rate even further. This will be useful if you want to farm Elemental Mega Chris to farm that Ring of Dominion. Okay, so I'm just kidding because that ring is kinda impossible, okay? But yeah, it is still useful if you just starting the game and want to craft that Hero's Ring into Ruler's Ring, okay? So like you can see that his stats as an attacker is not good compared to top attackers from 3 stars tier. So now let's take a look at his abilities. I will only talk about his 6 stars abilities because you probably won't use his lower tier abilities. The first is Flame Type 2. Okay, so the multiplier is height 4.5 to single enemy. It has fire element, which is good if you meet the enemy who weak against fire or able to imperil its fire resistance. The problem is it is a hybrid attack. With his low attack and magic stats, you won't able to deal a lot of damage with this skill. Actually, 4.5 is nice because nerf Global Noctis Flash skill are only 4 times hybrid damage. But Noctis has decent attack and magic stats. So I'm sorry guys, you won't get budget Fry Evia here because the difference is too big. Fry Evia's Frost Flower Blades deal 7 times damage. I know it is not fair to compare him with 5 stars base, but I just want to put you back into reality. The second skill is Shin Slumber Blade. This skill is an AoE physical damage. It deals 2 times damage, which is nothing special, but at least it is better than Blade Blitz. The chance to put the enemy into sleep is also high, 80%. But remember, if you hit the enemy with physical attack, they will awake immediately. You can use this on the arena. Remember that Hayate has Man Killer ability, so he can deal good amount of damage on the arena. Just make sure you have used all your physical attack before you use this one. You don't want to awaken the enemies from their sleep. The next is Shin Elude. This is also useful on the arena like Shin Slumber Blade, but it won't deal any damage. So I think it is better to use that Shin Slumber Blade instead of this one. The last skill is Wildfire Type 2. This is his true AoE skill. It deals 4 times fire hybrid damage. to all enemies, so you can call it poor man's fire flash. Maybe useful on the arena too if you equip weapon that has ailment effect. His LB, Katon Sun, Red. It is just ordinary physical damage type LB. It deals pure physical damage, so your effort maintaining the balance between his attack and magic are useless here. Not LB you want to invest on, simply leave it. And now let's talk about equipment. Another problem for Hayate is his equipment selection. He only able to equip dagger, katana, and throwing weapon. I have said that he may have some use on the arena, so using dagger which has ailments may be useful. For example, Zwil Crossblade Final Fantasy Tactic version, which has sleep ailment. Other than that, go for damage by equipping Genji Blade. Defender's Dagger probably a good option too because it boosts your magic. Or even Swordbreaker to increase his evasion. You can also make him have high evasion. So yeah, I have said that Swordbreaker and Assassin's Fast will boost his evasion rate by 15%. So Swordbreaker, Assassin's Fast, 15% evasion plus his natural evasion 35%. So it is quite high. So if you have couple of evasion abilities and accessories, maybe you can use him to cheese physical attack battle. For hardcore, equip Bowie knife so you get that dual wield. But I don't think he is worthy for hardcore build. But if you are interested, you can see it on the screen. So my conclusion for Hayate, he is not the character you want to prioritize. Unlike Bards and Virion, he has very little use on the battle. Maybe he is useful if you haven't defeated Gilgamesh, because his fire hybrid attack, if you equip him with dual wield and 2 different elemental weapons, you can seal 3 of Gilgamesh attack. But I think I have better candidate for Gilgamesh. For example, Rain. Rain can seal 4 Gilgamesh attack. In Japan, he already get his awakening, and he can deal 9 times fire hybrid damage, which is good. But if I'm not mistaken, you need to do a setup first. So I don't think he is a good hero even when his awakening available. But let's talk about that later when his awakening available. In my humble opinion, Chick Ariana is even better than him. If you think that Hayate is for newbie players, then yeah, better to level up that Chick Ariana. His biggest selling point is his Trust Master reward. It is still one of the most powerful heads in the game, so you don't need to be sad if you get him from your pool. I give him 7 out of 10. Sucksuke Type 2. So yep, I think that's all about Hayate. Thank you very much for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more Final Fantasy Brave Exvius guide. Bye bye guys.